Mathieu van der Poel carried the race leader's yellow jersey into the third stage of the Škoda Tour de Luxembourg for 2024, the longest stage of the week and the Queen's stage. Marc Hirschi, a distance of just 12 seconds on general classification and on flying form of late, was sure to be one of the big challenges. The jersey contenders at the front at the start, and it was a break of 4 riders clear of the field. 2 riders in the early break, joined by another 2 up front, Vervaeke and Johannes Kulset, joined by Bastien Tronchon and Amanuel Ghebreigzabhier. Grossschartner from the UAE Team Emirates squad keeping the pace hot in the main peloton behind. Maximum lead of 6.5 minutes for this group, as it was pared back to a little more than 2.5 minutes by the time they had put themselves together as a quartet. Kulset, a rider from the Uno X squad and the youngest rider in the breakaway, finding the pace a little bit heavy on a day with 8 classified climbs and more than 3,500 metres of elevation across the day. Plenty of counter-attacking from the main peloton behind on a day that included no less than 4 climbs inside the final 30 kilometres. It was a hot and heavy pace being set, and the race leader Mathieu van der Poel, with just 2 teammates left after just one day of racing and into this third day, had to do an awful lot of defending himself. Not a day for Kevin Genietz, the Luxembourg national champion. He was hoping Davide Godou could do the job for the Groupama FDJ squad. Mauri Vansevenant going on the attack late into the race, and he was quickly joined by Davide Formolo. Soudal Quick-Step and Movistar up front and going for glory, as Van der Poel watching and waiting for the counter-attacks, inevitably to come from behind. UAE Team Emirates squad not represented in a chasing group. Proton, Lemon and Jungels forming a very strong combination that were able to make virtually no inroads whatsoever on the flying duo up front, with Vansevenant getting a little pat on the back of encouragement, maybe slightly ironic encouragement from Davide Formolo. Pace of Vansevenant on the climbs was certainly making everyone hurt in this bike race. And down to the closing stages, Marc Hirschi launching the expected and inevitable, but perhaps a little bit too late, attack to try and get back on terms with the leaders. Immediately pouncing on that one, Mathieu van der Poel, recognising the danger of the former Swiss national road race champion, who has taken no less than 5 consecutive race victories in recent weeks. Up front, Mauri Vansevenant finally decided within 4 kilometres of the finish line it was time to detach himself from his breakaway partner Formolo, with no answer to the pace and strength of the 25-year-old Belgian. Vansevenant raced clear behind. Van der Poel found that he was struggling to follow the pace set by Hirschi, measuring out his effort as best he could on the wheel of Quinn Simmons and others. And up front, Vansevenant cresting the final climb of the day within 3 kilometres of the finish line. And a ride to glory, his 4th professional road race success, his first since the beginning of 2023. And a 31st success of the season for the Soudal Quick-Step squad. Behind him, Formolo finished second, but was disqualified afterwards for adopting a legal position on the descents. So it was that Mathieu van der Poel would win the sprint for 3rd across the line and ultimately 2nd on the stage. But glory on the day for Mauri Vansevenant, and it was a victory that would carry him into the overall race lead. This was the offending descending position adopted by Davide Formolo. 41 seconds to the good for Mauri Vansevenant, ahead of the group led in by Mathieu van der Poel, ahead of Hirschi, Godou, Lemon, Protom on the rest. And the yellow jersey now adorning the shoulders of the Soudal Quick-Step rider, ahead of the all-important 15.5 kilometre 4th stage time trial. Vansevenant carrying a 32-second advantage into the stage 4 TT, with Marc Hirschi in 3rd.